Gabrielle is first in the firing line for a master manipulator in Shortland Street.
So what have you got against Shane Tucker?
I don't mind to tap Dr. Jacobs on the shoulder and let her know what sort of a user she's hooked herself up with.
Gabrielle's with Shane for one reason only, so she doesn't end up as the third point of a triangle with you and Chris.
That was lovely. Thank you, dear.
You are so welcome. Now, you sure you've had enough?
Oh, more than enough. Otherwise, I'll burst out of this dress.
So, does my girl pass muster?
Dad!
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? See if TK's new girlfriend is good enough for him?
Well, I think TK has very good taste. And I think Roy Mata does too.
Well, I'm sorry I can't stay, but I've got to get to Mahi.
I'll give you a lift if you like.
Thanks.
We'll have that game of golf another time.
Okay.
Nice to see you again, Queenie.
Aye, Ewa. Lovely to meet you. I'm sure we'll see each other soon.
I hope so. Bye, Dad.
You're quiet.
Well, you're doing all the talking. Or should I say, interrogating.
She's lovely, that one. Talk about gorgeous. And she's a ngātai. Get you.
She's very special, yeah.
Well, she'd have to be.
What do you mean?
Well, for you to leave Sarah behind. Good thing she's in the States, near. Out of sight, out of mind. I knew there was something else. Tanya said you had news, but he wouldn't tell me. Well, you better start talking.
Sarah's back.
Since when?
A little while ago.
What else are you keeping from me, boy? It's all right, darling. Whatever it is, you can tell me.
Kai te hapu, Sarah. Ko te papa.
Hello. Cutlery.
What do you see in him? You can do better, surely.
He's got a job now, doing IT.
Here?
Yes. He won't be here for long, though. Too clever.
In an amateur kind of way. He tried to pitch a software thing for the hospital. It was a bit thrown together.
I thought it was a good idea.
He showed you, didn't he?
Yes. And I'll help him as much as I can. Then when he's a millionaire, he can fly me.
Is he still working on that website?
In his spare time, there's nothing illegal about that.
Of course not.
The kids had a blast. We all did.
Are you sure you'll be able to cope being back at work?
Definitely. It was a good recharge. Just what the doctor ordered.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Sounds like you guys had a great time. You know the best bit? The kids went off and did their own thing a lot of the time, which just left me and Murray by ourselves. It was really special. Just the two of us. No distractions, no dramas. You know, we've had our ups and downs over the years, but to tell you the truth, after this holiday, we've never been closer.
That's great.
Yeah, it is. But enough about me and my holiday. I better get to work. So why don't I go and sort out Mr. Brown for you?
Thanks.
A little girl. You sure?
Yeah. And don't worry, I'm gonna be there for her. Be a proper father.
What about Sarah?
She was a bit sick there for a minute, but she's good now.
I'll ask again. What about Sarah?
She'll always have a special place in my heart. There's no denying that. But it's over.
Does Sarah feel the same way?
We've talked it through.
And?
She understands I'm with Roy Mata now.
That doesn't really answer my question.
She's carrying my child, and she's glad I want to be involved.
No, still doesn't answer my question. But hey, who cares about me, right? As long as you two have got it sorted.
We have, Auntie.
Right, well then it's Kate pie.
River, mountains, a forest. That's about it.
What about lake?
Okay.
You're so genius.
Hardly.
Hey,
Hey, you're back.
I've been texting you all morning. Why didn't you text back?
Oh, I'm all out of credit.
What are you doing?
Drawing a map for Ulla.
Why isn't she doing it?
She can't draw.
It's just a map.
You can take over from him if you like.
There you go. All done. If we've forgotten something, just give us a yell.
Thanks, Felix. My hero.
Now you can go do whatever it is you were doing, and I can talk to my boyfriend. Alone.
See you later.
See you.
Who can't draw a map? She's not that much of a dummy.
She's my mate. She needed a hand. That's all.
So have you two been hanging out?
I bumped into her at the mall a couple of times.
Is that it?
What are you being all jealous for?
Can you blame me?
I thought about you the whole time you were away. That's why I have no credit left on my phone. All the texts I sent you.
Actually, we had to drive ages to get reception so I could text you back.
See? Nothing to worry about.
Oh. Wow, I know they serve big portions in the States, but
Yeah, actually, this big puku isn't from overeating.
I know. TK told me the news. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was a bit of a surprise, to tell you the truth.
I'll bet. But a nice one, I hope. Hey, look who's here.
Hey, come in.
No, it's okay. I don't want to intrude.
What's up?
It's just about my obstetrician. Honestly, it can wait.
Well, spit it out.
Well, you know, I told you Dr. Meads is going off to the UK. Well, I was thinking of going with Sandra Hopkins. You know her, right?
Yes. If she's anything like she's at golf, she'd be great.
Well, that's it, really. I just didn't want to go ahead without consulting you.
I appreciate that.
Well, lovely to see you again.
Hey, you're not going anywhere. In the hall. We need us a catch-up.
Have a seat.
Oh.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Baby's just kicking me. Here, have a feel.
Men, they get so squeamish. It's pathetic, really.
Here.
Shameless little boy. Could have had another Oscar de la Hoya.
Hey, you're gonna give her a complex.
Oh, I'm sorry. My little baby girl. Daddy loves you just the way you are. Better?
Better.
So, it's agreed. You take Mary and I take Charlotte.
Well, that seems like a fair compromise.
You sound surprised.
Oh, with a limited pool of good theatre nurses, I expected to do a lot more wrangling.
You make me sound like some kind of ogre.
Well, that wasn't my intention.
Gabrielle, I was just joking.
Oh. What?
Nothing. You still make me laugh, that's all. Are you in the middle of something? No, I was just leaving.
Thanks, Chris.
You two seem cozy.
Callum asked us to go over surgical allocation, staff usage and interdepartmental cost-saving measures. Not cosy.
Callum asking you two to have extra little meetings. I can't say that I'm surprised.
What do you mean by that?
No, it's obvious he's trying to play Cupid.
With who?
You and Chris.
Chris is with Rachel. He knows I'm with you.
I doubt Callum cares. All he wants is Rachel McKenna. And he's got a good shot if he can get you and Chris back together.
This all sounds very improbable to me.
Remember, I can pick up on the non-verbal clues. You can't. So you can't see it as clearly as I do.
He's using me.
Thanks. Did you meet my architect friend, Brian? He's got one of those Home of the Year awards.
No way.
I should get him to draw up a couple of plans for you, too.
For what?
You're funny.
Not this again.
We sorted out a little section for him, just in case there's wedding bells.
How am I going to beat that?
Dad, don't. He's joking. Ignore.
Oh, you two are perfect together. It's obvious you'll be the Brad and Angelina of Mauritania.
Oh, my goodness. He did not just say that.
Sounds right to me.
I read your mother's magazines from time to time. I know what I'm talking about. I bet you do, too. Now, seriously, when are you going to bring this one home? Show him off to the rest of the whānau. They're all dying to meet him.
That's what I'm afraid of, that they'll mop him and scare him off.
Sure, TK can take care of himself.
What am I doing?
Dad wants you to come home to meet the rest of the whānau.
Oh, sorry, I'm pretty flat out at the moment.
You must have a spare weekend soon.
No, I don't actually.
Well, we look forward to when you do.
Look, I love a water, darling. Do you mind?
You were a million miles away. What's this magical place?
TK's place. I went round to see him today. I could have rung, but I didn't. Dodgy moment number one.
Was Waimata there?
No, I knew she was at work.
Dodgy moment number two.
His Auntie Queenie was, though.
Did she give you a hard time?
No, not at all. Actually, it was quite the opposite.
Then what's wrong?
It's silly. It's probably just my hormones.
What? You're still hanging out for him, aren't you? Dodgy moment number three, I got it.
Even if I was, and I'm not saying I am, he's with Roy Mata now. So you know what? From now on, I'm just going to keep my distance for my sake, as well as his.
That's your final word on that?
It is.
Where's Phoenix?
Why?
I need some more help with my map.
Do it yourself. Or ask Maxwell.
Phoenix said to yard if I need it. You heard him.
Well, he's too busy now that I'm back.
Funny, he wasn't too busy while you were away. We hung out heaps. Did he tell you we watched a DVD at my place together?
As if.
Ask him if you think I'm lying.
Cow.
She's just trying to wind you up. Yeah. Phoenix would never play around on you.
I know, but she's so annoying.
Only because you bite back.
What else am I supposed to do?
You know what you should do? Give Ula Bula a taste of her own medicine. And I know exactly what to do.
The operating costs for the neuro unit's first month. They're far too high.
Really? I thought Gabrielle was well within budget.
Frankly, I was expecting a greater sharing of resources between the surgical department and the neuro unit. You need to get Chris and Gabrielle to come up with some cutbacks by tomorrow.
That's awfully short notice, Shane. What's the rush?
I'm sure they'd prefer to make the cuts themselves before I do. Understood?
I'll tell them.
I heard you were back.
Oh, Buster, how you doing?
Wendy said you had a great time on your holiday.
Yeah, she was a beaut trip, all right.
I'm going to make this easy for you. Let's pretend our little situation never happened, so we can move on as friends. Deal?
Deal. Oh, and congrats on your sapasui. Brody tells me it's been selling out.
Oh, well, don't sound so surprised. What's so funny?
I've just been telling Buster that his sapasui is doing really well.
I was just leaving.
What? Look, I am trying to normalise things. Be friendly to her like a normal person.
I know, but when it comes to Vasa, I don't think she does normal. Okay, being nice.
Okay, I know my dad can be overbearing, but you just don't have to be so rude.
Me? Rude? He's practically telling me what to do with the rest of my life.
Sorry, I'll rein him in.
Sounds good to me.
You know what? He's still my dad. And you were all up for visiting the whānau before this, so what changed?
I got my part twos to study for, all right? I don't have time.
Sorry, I should leave you fellas alone. But just you remember, Roy Mata's got a pretty head, so don't you dare bite it off, or you're going to answer to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, honey. I'm just tired and grumpy. Go see your whānau.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when, but I'll find the time.
Thanks, babe.
I'm just gonna go for a run.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Kate pie. Believe me, I've heard worse.
But we've cut all the fat we can.
The DHB expect more. They want a report first thing tomorrow.
Impossible. We don't have time for this.
Well, unless you want the DHB to start the axe-wielding party without you, you need to find more time.
Fine, I'll start cancelling appointments. We'll talk soon, yeah?
Was there something else?
This report.
Look, I know it's inconvenient.
Are you deliberately trying to push Chris and me back together?
I beg your pardon?
You've already got us meeting over staffing allocations, and now this?
Both are genuinely work-related. I don't see what your point is.
So you're not trying to get us back together?
Where is this coming from?
If we got back together, you and Rachel would have a chance to reconcile. You do still have feelings for Rachel, yes?
With all due respect, I don't see what that has to do with you.
You're denying you'd like to see Chris and Rachel break up.
Gabrielle.
Are you?
Fine. You want to know the truth? I've never been a huge fan of Chris Warner. I think Rachel could do a whole lot better.
Like yourself, you mean?
Could we move on, please?
Yes. I've heard enough.
I filled it with ink. What?
Maybe this isn't such a good idea.
You said you want a payback. Take it.
Water bombs are one thing. Ink bombs are a whole other level of revenge.
Yeah, I know.
And Phoenix won't like it if he hears.
I think it's hilarious.
He's not like you. Neither am I, really. I don't like playing mean tricks on people, even if they do deserve it.
She totally deserves it. Look, here she comes. What are you waiting for?
I can't. That top is so pretty.
Give it here. I'll do it.
Even no! You dick! Look what you've done!
It's all your fault. You should have just given it to me.
I can feel it sinking in.
Ethan, what did you do to her?
It wasn't me.
You need to get that soaking in water right away or it's never going to come out. Nice one, Evan. We have a lovely holiday, then we come home and you pull a stunt like this.
Honestly, it wasn't me.
Then who threw the ink at her? Was it Ulla?
She's totally jealous of Jasmine because she's going out with Phoenix.
Oh, that little madam. Wait until I see her.
Where's Roimata?
Your darling's gone back to work. Darling, not quite the right word for her, though, is it?
What do you mean?
What do you think I mean? The way you spoke to her. That's not how you speak to someone you really love.
Oh, I love her. It's just her father. He's pushing it over the line.
What, you talking about that whare he wants to build for you?
Yeah, he's lost the plot. And how rude to do that all in front of you.
Carl, he whakaaro rangatira tēnā. He's trying to show you how welcome you'll be in the family. You wouldn't have to live there. He just wants to make sure you fellas come and visit. And bring his mokos with you. Now, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I know.
Now, none of that would be a problem if you really loved Roimata as much as you love Sarah.
I told you, okay? Me and Sarah are through.
That's what you said, but those are just words. I saw you guys this morning. You still love her. Go on, tell me I'm wrong. Now, if that's the case, you have to tell Roimata the truth. You owe it to her and yourself. Look, I know Sarah broke your heart, but it's all over now.
Just be giving her the chance to do it again.
No, she won't. It's different now. You have to try and find a way to trust her again.
I can't do it.
Won't do it.
Whatever.
$362.70.
My estimated electricity usage.
You're moving out.
I thought it was for the best.
Just like that.
Well, given your personal agenda with Chris and Rachel, yes.
Gabrielle, there is no personal agenda. I don't know who put this idea in your head, but whoever it was, they're wrong.
I've already found a boutique hotel with a very reasonable rate. Thank you for allowing me to stay here. I appreciate it. And I actually did enjoy your company.
Gabrielle.
Is this the last bag?
Yes. Goodbye, Callum. Hope this doesn't affect our professional working relationship.
If Jasmine's clothes are ruined, you are paying for them.
Sorry?
Well, you can cut the Little Miss Innocent act. I saw what you did to her.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Throwing an ink bomb at Jasmine just because you're jealous about her and Phoenix? How pathetic is that? You need to grow up, Ulla. Is this true?
I don't know what she's going on about, I swear to God.
Well, let's talk to Jasmine, shall we?
You don't believe me? Of course you don't.
Excuse me?
First she bullied Jasmine at school, then she locked her in a cupboard and almost killed her, and now this? Well, I can't say I'm surprised, not with a mother like you.
Okay, I think you better cool down before you say something you really regret.
You're telling me to calm down when I'm the one who has every reason to be angry?
Maybe we should have this conversation somewhere else.
Why? Because you don't want the rest of the world to know what you did?
Not here.
Mum, what is she talking about?
Come on, Wendy, that's enough.
You don't want everyone to know that when you couldn't get your grubby little mitts back on Maxwell, you made a pass at my husband.
What?
No, she must have got nunnos.
Must be.
Now, are you sure I can't make you a cup of tea or something?
I'm here about TK.
Is everything okay?
I'm not sure. Both of you seem adamant you don't want to be together. But I think we both know you're lying to each other and yourselves. There, I've said it.
TK's with Roy Mata now. He's moved on. We've both moved on.
Well, that's not what I see.
I thought Roy Mata would have got your vote. I mean, she's perfect for TK, so I don't really understand why you're here.
How so?
Well, she doesn't have MS for a starter.
Oh, darling.
And she's pretty. She's fluent in Te Reo, and she's a ngātai. I mean, they're practically Māori royalty. Set them up right and they'll be running the country in 10 years.
And what use are they to anyone else if they're not happy, If her heart is crushed when she realises he's always loved someone else? That makes you feel hopeful, doesn't it? Go on, tell me I'm wrong. If you want TK back, you have to act now. Like you said, the ngātai whānau are big guns. If TK is drawn in, there's no going back, Sarah. Believe me.
Silence can be deafening, and nobody feels that more than John in Home and Away, coming up in just half an hour here on RTE1. Coming up next, though, it's the lunchtime news.